continue, insert coin. Back to split, legging hits to the groin. Live in Mortal Kombat versus Shao Kahn. Resemble dad and mom just to face my fear. I had not to care to conquer life. Needed balls, bollocks, cojones to embrace aloneness. Hearing your life's less made my decisions lifeless, but I digress. You 90s rulers of life a mess by your behest. We do all what you say for a quest. Intention the best creates intended tension. Thinking there's secrets in the Snowden. Mad after facts out and about, so we spout hate to what we create. An endless cycle, the fate we articulate, capitulate. Forward checkmate on a checkerboard, rise on a ripcord. To see pots, pans, looking up for fellow follow fans who sing praise and worship under all. But we can't have that unwanted subscription. We only subscribe to accomplish aspirations for those we say
I can go anywhere.
Go home, y'all. Go home. If you cannot take hard-hitting facts, you cannot take people having strong opinions, go back to your mama's house. This is not what it is. This is not a safe haven if you are a bootlick. That's right, folks. We are back. This is a special show, folks. It's New Black Media Appreciation Month. And we've done so much good work over the last year. So I said, you know what? Let's bring on people and get them spotlighted over here. They may not know about on the audio version. So I am here with BeatZilla PDX.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
He is a member of the New Black Media. And I know a lot of y'all would rather not listen to 3-hour YouTube shows, but he keeps it entertaining and he keeps it informative. So I'm going to let the brother introduce himself because we have some breaking news that we have to drop and we're going to have fun.
All right. All right. Well, as y'all just heard, my name is BeatZilla PDX. I'm from PDX, which is Portland, Oregon. If you did not know, I do the midweek report and the weekly wrap up on my broadcast, which is called the BeatZilla PDX official show right here on YouTube. So when you get a chance, go like and subscribe that channel. And like he said, I tend to do about 3 hours. I may even do longer, depending on what kind of information I'm putting out on that particular broadcast. But I do have shorter broadcasts as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, if you cannot stand information and you cannot stand getting your feelings hurt, I mean, go read a comic book, my nigga.
For real.
But let's start with the cartoon villains, ladies and gentlemen, because we have breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, I should stand for this, but I'm not going to stand for this because I hate her effing guts. That's right, folks. Your friend and mine, old Kamami, a.k.a. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. We all know her well. She has contracted the coffee venereal disease for a second time, folks. For a second time. And yeah, she got to go sit down for about, what is it now, 10 days? That
sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of the fact she don't really do nothing, so yeah.
She won't
but
be
we're
missed.
gonna let the BeatZilla PDX get this one because she West Coast and don't let West Coast diss West Coast because I ain't trying to start no East Coast West Coast drama bullshit.
Well, she's West Coast by just way of location. Because she definitely does not have California or even this I-5 corridor's best interest at heart. She's already demonstrated that. And understanding, like, even over here on this West Coast, what a lot of people don't know, there was slavery out here. There was slavery in California and there was slavery here in Oregon. So a lot of people, don't know these little tasty tidbits of Black history in these different places. But as for Kamala Harris, man, let me tell you this. She did nothing but made Black folks targets, carried out. That's why she's so vetted and important for the cause of those type of individuals, because she can do the same type of damage that a Ketanji Brown Jackson can do. She can destroy us with a smile because she looked like us, or we'll invite her to the cookout. But her record shows she absolutely hates our guts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, she does. Well, they all love to say that she black, but she not black, folks. So we've told you this for 2 years now. She's not black.
Not at all.
And unfortunately, you needed the lamestream media to prove this fact to you, because not only is she not black, but her people told her to bring her ass over here. We got some questions.
They sure did.
Yep, they told her, listen, you are South Asian, ma'am. We let you say that on TV, and we were over here. We did our dubstep for you. Now all of a sudden you want to go play with the niggers? Nah. We need our tangibles. We got our people coming over here. We need our tangibles. So, yeah, you better honor your mother and say screw your father.
Well, even the father in this case is kind of questionable to me. But
shout out to Donald.
But I would say this: they're going to make sure that she's kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place, because the Democrats need her to be
know she
black.
loves hard places.
That definitely do. Shout out Willie Brown. She has to be black for the Democrats, but then she has to be Indian for the Indians, and they squeezing her. So it's going to be real evident, because once they turn their backs on her, we already see what time it is with us. So this train isn't stopping. So she's going to have to pick a side. Go to what she really is, or still perpetrate the fraud.
What do you call a pro without a home?
Ooh, she'd be the first refugee vice president.
Yes, you said it, not me. The first refugee vice president.
History is made again.
She drop that OnlyFans, baby. Drop that OnlyFans link. Let's drop that OnlyFans link. But yes, folks, let's continue. I haven't had too many run-ins with these people, but I think after today, I'm going to have some run-ins with these people, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you're not subscribed to my channel, how dare you? Do it now. Yeah, the button's right there.
Yes, indeed. Hit that button.
And subscribe to BeatZilla as well.
Thank you.
I have to bring them up, folks, because y'all know me. I'm not FBA. I'm not, Black American. So this reparations fight, technically, I don't have that much of a stake in it outside of my daughter and my wife. They're half FBA. So I want y'all to get y'all's reparation, because I need that blueprint, because they got to come see me down in England. They got to come see me. So much money. So much money y'all raped out of Jamaica. But
absolutely.
Yes. But we also have a contingent of people in this country who have a legitimate claim to reparations, and we support them, called the American Descendants of Slavery, ADOS, if you will. Yes. Now, I know some people like ADOS. That sounds like one of them old 93 computer systems, but no, I assure you, these are black folks who have legitimate claims that the U.S. government and white folk have done them dirty. And I agree. That's cool.
Right.
And, FBA, they have the same claims. Freeman have the same claims. So you figure, it's black folks, let's come together. But then you realize it's black folks. It's going to be very hard for us to come together, because black folks got to be like this here. Shout out to Ike Turner. Now, let's get into it. Folks, I done a video today because y'all's leader of ADOS, what they call Christopher Reed. Is it Christopher Reed?
Vados?
Kid Reed. My bad. Yvette Carnell. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shots. I'm sorry. Yes, Yvette Carnell. Ladies and gentlemen, she ran her mouth today.
Oh, that's what I hear.
She said something very, very, very disrespectful. I should play the whole thing. I'm going to play the whole thing because
I still haven't heard it yet.
Yes, I am pulling up the whole thing now. Where is that clip?
Yeah, because I still have yet to hear that one. I've been seeing the tweets. Yes. But yeah, I need to see this.
Yes. Where is this clip? What the fuck? I don't have the clip. I don't want to play the video.
Oh, you already know how that goes.
Okay, I have to do this. I'm sorry, folks. I thought I had the clip. Okay, we gonna play this. But yes, BeatZilla, yes. So how do you feel about ADOS before I play this clip?
You know, as the lineage, you know, as we first came across the whole ADOS situation, was I guess maybe around 19, maybe a little bit before. I was with it. You know, it made sense. It was all based on lineage. And then the pivot started. And, you know, fortunately for me, I got wind of what was going on early. So I woke up one morning with a boatload of screenshots of emails, and that's when I realized Sandy Darity was kind of moving in a different direction. So we all kind of backed out. And at that time, I still was unaware of Yvette Carnell's statements about Dr. Frances Cress Welsing after she passed. So, yeah, once I came into understanding that. But the ADOS people who, you know, are all about reparations and lineage, I have zero problem with. I just do not participate in the organization type thing. And because when you're doing political, you're talking about voting down ballot. That's just Democrat. It's just Democrat under a different name.
Correct.
Same soup reheated.
Correct. Okay, folks. But yes, here's the clip, folks. Now, I'm gonna warn y'all. Turn down y'all's volume, please. No, BeatZilla, I'm not even joking on this. Turn down y'all's volume. Here we go. Oh shit! What the fuck happened? Sorry. Here we go.
Did you reach out to Marcel and get
I'm not reaching out to nobody. I'm not. Listen. I was here. Listen, let me tell you something, Playboy. I was here long before all these people got here. I don't owe him nothing. I don't owe him nothing to reach out to him.
No. He reached
out to me? Did he reach out to me?
But are we gonna help him?
Help him for what? I know he gonna lose already. Help him for what? I know how this book ends. Did Marcel ever help me?
At least to get him on the debate stage. So
I'm not getting him nowhere. Shut up. I'm not getting him.
Wow.
I had to go back. I had to go 90 degrees on that. This heifer said, I know he gonna lose. I know how this story ends. I said it in my video. ADOS, if you in the building, go get your queen. Go get your queen. ADOS, if you in the building, I'm fixing to say it right here. Y'all can flag the video. I could give a shit at this point. Wow. She's giving me agent vibes. That was an agent move. So because the man did not pick up the phone for you, you say I'm not going to talk to this man, and you hope he loses. That sounds like an agent to me, but I'm going back off. I'm gonna let BeatZilla have it. I'm gonna shut up. I ain't qualified. Remember, I'm not an FBA. I ain't qualified. I'm gonna let y'all get it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna maximize the screen. Go ahead.
You know, to me, this is what this sounds like. number one, it sounds like she's upset that it's not going through her first. And again, this is a grassroots situation. So if she wanted to go ahead and reach out to Marcel, she could have easily done that. Or she could just get down and support his movement. That's not an issue. Her issue seems to be that it wasn't her. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a bad look. It's like, well, hey, it wasn't me first. I don't understand quite what that type of sentiment is, other than the simple fact that when you are the leaders and the originators of the conversation of reparations, like they so always put it, which is totally not true. Reparations has been a conversation. Remember, Johnny Cochran was on his way to even get reparations for the Tulsa thing, which of course we understand that translates down the road to being reparations on a federal level, which now we have California. So with the California reparations conversation happening without ADOS, and now with Marcel's campaign focusing on reparations without ADOS, and then also what has been going on in all of the Twitter spaces for even the new groups that are popping up, it still is missing ADOS. There is no Yvette Carnell. So what she's feeling is, hey, I'm king of the queen of the hill over here. Everybody should follow over here and get on this wave. Why ain't y'all paying me no attention? I'm the mother of all of you. She also said that. So I think that's kind of what you're seeing. There's a word for that. Egomaniac.
You said it, not me, brother. I mean, hold on. Let me put myself back on the screen. I'm qualified again now. You done finished talking. I'm qualified again. They's call it. I looked down that comment thread, folks. I encourage everybody after the show to go read that comment thread. Man, they were calling her all type of strappy and all this. I don't even know what the hell that means. I don't know what that means, but I ain't want to laugh because I'm not qualified.
Right. Well, I mean, we know what it is.
Yeah.
And she was married to a white woman at one point in time, so her marital status was a swirler. Regardless of her sexual orientation, her choice of political association as far as marriage goes, did not look like ADOS.
I mean, that I don't even really care about at that point, but I mean, goddamn. Right. How you had that? You had that much venom because he I think you know what? I think she got mad because he talked to Jason Black. I think that's where that came from. He be going in on ADOS.
Well, he's talked to Tariq. He's talked to many voices out of the new black media. So her issue is this. She has a big issue against FBA. And so anything FBA, although it's still black and beneficial for black, she will refuse to support it because she isn't over it or recognized as part.
Yeah, that just did not make sense to me. And I'm just looking, I'm like, this is why I said it in the video too. This is why this is what the white supremacists want. They want us to not be, they don't want us to be united on this. And I even said also, this is why when people bring up reparations, you guys are now third on the list. You're damn near about to be fourth now because now they're mentioning B1 now. Even though I'm going to make sure to correct that because a lot of B1, they're not FBA, so I don't want them to be conflated with the numbers. But you guys, you take B1 out of it, you guys are third. They're even starting to say Freedman. But anyway, I do have some exclusive video, folks. After Yvette did that show, and I forgive the brother Antonio Moore, I could not remember his name. They held a small little Zoom session afterwards, And then
Word.
and they had all the ADOS buddies out there, and I found the video. They didn't want you to see it, but I found it. Look at Yvette. Oh, Yvette was getting down, boy. Soon as she heard it, she was getting down, boy.
Oh my Lord. Now, see, that's what's so funny, man. Looking at that. See, here's the thing. And they were doing a whole bunch of like paint and sips and all of this. And they just made a big, huge pivot from in my opinion, anything really productive. Now, I do get, of course, the political end of things, but here's just the thing. New Black Media has a candidate, Marcel Dixon. He mentions, where the bulk of the noise is coming from for him. And so again, she's rooting against him now because of FBA. And if you're really about true liberation, then at least you have to want to see somebody win, and to immediately be on her show yelling at her callers that she's so passionate about him losing.
Fact.
That is very, very troublesome.
She balked on that black man like he stole her pocketbook.
Man. I'm saying. And so if you don't, so basically you see, I hope anybody that's still kind of on the fence about her, let me clarify something too. A lot of people say Tariq Nasheed stole this from her. Tariq Nasheed did not steal anything from her because she does not share the same ideology. So there was never anything to be stolen from. Not to mention she stole it in the first place. So a lot of people don't like to because people get out here in these internet streets, and you don't like this person, you don't like that person, so you just, hey, I'll believe anything I want to bad about a person.
Correct.
But no, it ain't stolen.
Again, I'm not qualified to talk about that situation with ADOS because I ain't ADOS, but I am uniquely qualified to come up with my own closing statement, and my closing statement is as such.
Brody, look, niggas be wildin'.
Niggas be wildin'. But we shall move on, folks. Yes, we shall move, folks. I am talking with BeatZilla PDX.
Yes,
he
indeed.
Is here
yes,
on
indeed.
YouTube. He is a brother that does great content. He does
Thanks.
it in the long form. And,
yes.
You know the white supremacists don't like the long form. They do not like it. But
not
we
at
shall
all.
Continue, folks. Now, BeatZilla, we talked. I came on your show, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and I had a nice little monologue. But I'm gonna kind of do a abbreviated version of that because you let me get off, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Folk, I have mentioned this for the last year now, and now that I have a bigger audience here and both our channels are getting the views off of this, I might as well say it again. Folks, Crime Bill 2.0 is on the way, folks. It's already been drafted. That riot stuff that happened in 2020, that it got Biden's head rolling. These quote unquote crime upticks got him to write the shit down with his feeble ass. And now, folks, I said this the other day. Unfortunately, with us, don't think that the Biden administration does not watch social media because
man, you better know it.
Mm-hmm. And they know there's a war between Black Americans and the Africans right now. They know this from the Clubhouse days to now it's on Twitter Spaces. And unfortunately, once this goes down, folks, this is going to be Armageddon. This will be an Armageddon like we have never seen before. We all know what happened in '94. The clergymen and the Black businessmen and women sold us out. We know this. Can't fault them. They were coming out of the crack era. We can't fault them. But we've done better, folks. But unfortunately, we know the Biden administration want Caribbeans and Africans to be the epitome of black people, the controlled Negro, if you will. Unfortunately, folks, we saw what happened with Patrick Loyola. We saw what happened with Timothy. Christian Obumseli, middle name Toby. I just found that quite funny. Shout out to Alex Haley and his lies. But I have to thank BeatZilla for this because that video was inspired by this story. Now, this on the screen looks like a lovely couple, right? Kind of looks like an old man and his nurse. I'm sorry. That is his wife, the white man in that picture. This is Steven and Just Wendy Reed, folks. This happens in New Hampshire.
I have an interesting take on this.
Yes, and we know, if you do your research in that New England corridor, there's a lot of African immigration, especially in Maine. But we're going to focus on New Hampshire. Now, they were killed on a walking path behind their home, and white people scared. You upend white people, they get scared. But I bring up this story because there's been a development in the case. No, they didn't find out who killed them, but guess who joined the investigation? Right there.
Whoa.
FBI is involved now. Now, again. One of your people said, lovely couple. That is sarcasm.
Yes, indeed.
That is very much sarcasm.
Whoa.
But yes, Just Wendy and Steven have the FBI on their side. And like I said in my video, black people, they are going to make Africans the face of this new crime bill. I just hope y'all understand what's about to come. We need to kill this before November, but I'm going to let BeatZilla have this one.
When I came across this story, I was looking at it like, okay, well, something is off. You know what I mean? And the first thing I thought, now there's a couple things that kind of came to mind. One being, it's staged, and there's two ideas of it being staged. One being false flag type of situation, and they just wanted to make it real, so they can again further the crime bill. But there was also another angle that I thought of, and I hope any divestors are listening right now because this would definitely apply to you. In most cases, in interracial relationships, I'm not concerned about this man's financial status. I know they were living in an apartment, but that's neither here nor there to what his actual worth or assets are. That being said, if he knew he was sick or dying and said, well, I'm going to stay true to the family code and I ain't leaving this money to her, then you say, okay, well, I can remedy two birds with one stone and just go ahead and get some, because now I see the FBI as part of it.
Yeah.
And that kind of rubs me like, okay, you guys have a conspiracy idea going. So yeah, that kind of makes me wonder. There's a couple options that could be going on.
Yeah.
But you don't see a lot of rich black widows.
He said it. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm curious to see who did it. That's what I want to know.
For real.
I'm going to watch this story because if it's not their narrative, they're going to bury it. And we're not going to bury this, folks. I need to know. Right. Black Alpha is in the building.
Black Alpha, what's going on?
Salute. But yes, I'm going to be very wary about this. But again, folks, I'm going to say it again. They're going to make African immigrants to face this crime bill. We need to get ahead of this. So make sure you, on your social medias, you listen, y'all Africans, y'all either better get on code
Man.
or stay far away from us. So, no, I am not going to be risking my freedom because you have ignorance. It's not happening.
Not at all.
You will not. You will not catch me. I'm not going to be that stupid idiot in the back seat when you go rob the bank. Not happening. I'm walking out that
Ooh-wee.
motherfucker. You can go to hell. But let me get the
Fact.
lovely couple off the screen. That's for Sister Oyeyala. That's for her. Again, that's sarcasm, folks. But folks, let's continue. Let's have a little bit of fun, shall we? Let's have a little bit of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, BeatZilla,
Yes.
chat room. Let's have a discussion, shall we?
All right, all right.
I saw this on Twitter as well. I talked with Sincere to Love God yesterday and Nice Tea Girl. And I showed them this. They had their strong opinions. I want to get BeatZilla's opinion. He West Coast. So here, play this video for you.
So is the black man really worth the black woman's time? Or is it time for the black woman to start divesting? Is self-love and self-worth lacking in a black woman who still believes in the potential of the black man and his ability to love, care, and provide the necessary resources needed to maintain such high assets?
Somebody just had a cocaine breakdown at that end. But I saw the sister, and I'm sorry, folks. When I first saw her video, this popped in my head. I'm sorry. That forehead was crazy.
Yeah, man.
But shout out to the Africans that still divest. Shout out to them.
Idiot.
But the floor is yours, brother. How you feel about what Cynthia Erivo's cousin said?
You know, one of the things that keeps sticking out to me is this whole, like, black men have inability to love and all of this. I'm married to a black woman. We have 2 black children, grown children. Everybody around here got the same last name. So I don't understand this skipping over the fact that the black family and the traditional family, nuclear family, still exists. And then they get out there promoting this narrative as far as black men don't love black women. But now, when you have these B1 spaces that show strong black men and solid, strong black women moving in sync, you start seeing stuff like this to say, hey, wait a minute. But that just goes to show the true soldiers recognize real. Because one thing me and my wife was talking about yesterday, one thing that's different between us black men and black women, a lion is always still a lion. So yeah, she might be a female, but she's still a lion. You could jump in that cage if you want to. You know what I'm saying?
You hear my kid? She knows some bullshit.
And that's what time it is. See, you hear y'all, man, and that's don't even trip on that, because that's a good sound. The sound of the future.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That is
Dark skinned brother, what's going on?
Yes, but all right. Let me get this one. I got a little bit more to say. You know what? I need that back on the screen. Yes, sir.
Real quick, yeah. Go ahead and swap me out, because I'm gonna swap cameras here, because I finally got my other joint up, so I'm about to come in the studio on the other.
All right, cool. But yeah, let me get this one, folks. I'm gonna put her back on the screen. Divestors, you creatures, you sisters. Well, number one, her forehead was crazy, like I said. But number two, folks, this is why there has to be a clear line of demarcation in the black community, folks, because sisters like this mess it up for the entirety of black women. I said it. Now, why do I say that? I done told y'all for years, black women, I need y'all to come outside and have a press conference standing in solidarity. Y'all got y'all afros out real nice. Y'all got the picks in your hair. Y'all got the black-owned businesses all down your bodies, including the underwear, because, you know, black women in some underwear, there's some sexy motherfuckers. But anyway, we're going to leave the jokes alone. It's not funny. But I need y'all to come out in solidarity, stand in lockstep. Don't be doing this. Please don't be doing this. Ain't no plantation jubilees around here. I need y'all together. I need y'all like the Dora Milaje against these goddamn divestors and the bedwenching coons and the mammies. I need y'all out here. And I need y'all to get on that mic and say, all y'all, they do not represent us black women. We here for black men. Black man, if he's great, yes. If he's a failure, we assess how big of a failure he is, and we either decide we're going to pick him up and help him, or we just going to leave him. Y'all can fight over them bones. But we not doing this no more. Because when y'all do y'all fuck shit, yes, we going to cuss tonight, folks. When y'all do y'all fuck shit, they going to blame it on us. Mm-hmm. And they going to be like, we can't use the excuse anymore of it's cis life and we got to let her do what she want. Because guess what? When black men fuck up, we all got to take it on the chin. All us black men. Facts. Let me take this Klingon off the screen.
Big facts.
I done told y'all, black men, black women, have to take accountability from our first breath out the womb to our last breath before we go in the box.
Man, ain't that
we don't
the truth?
Get the luxury of saying, oh, well, you know, that's that brother, that's not me. Because y'all's first response when you hear that is, why didn't you check that brother?
Man. Real talk.
Yes. So now I got to come back on you sisters and say, why y'all not checking them broads? And I know there's a lot of B1 sisters out there. This ain't for y'all, because I know y'all call them out all day. Mm-hmm. And y'all get called pick-me's. And I just want to go slap a motherfucker like that white boy in that movie, but I can't do that because I'm a black man. And they say, unfortunately, I'm one of the niggas that be killing y'all every 5.5 hours.
Right.
But, you know,
absolutely.
I got my black woman in the room.
Mm-hmm.
She pushed me out a black kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I'm fighting for. She ain't
right.
gonna be no coon. But I need y'all. I told y'all, if y'all do this press conference, I will be down there. I will interview all y'all. I will pass around the donation box. I will do it for y'all. But I need y'all to meet us halfway. We out here. We ready to protect y'all. We want to be like Alexandria in The Walking Dead. We just want to hold y'all and make babies and scare white supremacy. But we need y'all to stand up to the divestors, the conservative bedwenches, and I'm gonna say it, the goddamn glitches who want to be y'all. And that's my statement. And my man froze. Okay, he back. Now he has no sound. Uh-oh. Your computer do not want to agree with you, brother. Your computer does not agree with you right now. Did you upgrade to Windows 11? I can't hear you.
Am I there yet?
Yes,
check.
Now you're better.
There we go. All
now
right.
You're good.
Good.
Yes.
Great. All
but
right.
That's my statement to the B1 Brigade and black women.
And, you know, I could definitely say black, there are some, well, here, let me clarify something. Because a lot of times, true black men get a raw deal because black men get compared to other adult males that aren't necessarily men. So, but they're easy because they can talk aggressively and they can be aggressive to a woman. That doesn't necessarily equate to manhood. So, understanding what a real man is going to desire a woman that he feels comfortable, number one, protecting. So if you making that man feel like he wanted, oh yeah, he gonna it's gonna show.
Yes, sir.
Now, if he ain't feeling wanted and he's just a fly by night of somebody that you just dealing with, well, then he gonna deal with it accordingly. Now, if you're dealing with a simp, that's a whole different thing.
we you know what? I'm glad you brought it up. We're gonna talk about some Sims later, but Nino choosing violence tonight. Nino choosing violence tonight. He said your computer running like it still got LimeWire on it.
Man, for real. It's like right before we started, all of a sudden it had an update.
Yeah,
like
that was
real?
my fault, y'all. I was late. I said I was gonna take a quick nap and I fucked around and showed up. It was almost 7:30. I was like, but yes,
good,
folks. But for y'all, black women, when y'all do this press conference and you're about to get off the stage, please say this in unison.
My culture.
That's not my culture. Not my culture. All you divesting bed wedges, that's my culture. And I got to shout out Nino too because he been going in on them conservative females. I got to give him his props on that.
Yes, and the liberal ones too.
Yes, and the liberal ones too because yes. But you know what? For y'all black women, I'm going to do a special show for y'all. I'm going to do a live show probably Sunday. I need to talk to black women. We got to have a heartfelt conversation about these glitches trying to replace y'all. 'Cause I need to talk to y'all. I need to give y'all the game plan to stop them. I have the game plan, folks. We're going to do that this Sunday. You know what? I'm going to do it on Twitter Spaces. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it on Twitter Spaces. We're going to have that conversation. And I dare that TS person show up. I dare her to show up because if she shows up, I'm going to warn her. You come on that stage, I'm going to let it fly. You can suspend my account.
And you know what? Let me say something to that too, because I will tell you what my political vision is for this next go around here. With $30 million in the mix to combat the grassroots, I think one of the big things we can do is ignore them. Because, see, here's the thing. We have already set the narrative, so they're coming to the mix to argue. So what I have personally started doing, anybody that is looking like they are a potential demo shield and they start talking the Democrat lingo, I'm blocking them now. Because trust me, as your spaces start coming down in the future, they're going to be jumping in, throwing all of these other things in the mix. They already have white voice impersonators coming into spaces posing as black folks. So y'all got to be mindful of all of these tricks.
Yes, sir. I'm just letting the chat know it's about to become personal.
All right.
Due to our next subject matter. Now, I discussed this last night. If you didn't watch the show, you're going to get a rerun of it, of sorts. Folks, I'm going to be very honest, and I'm going to watch the chat after I say this sentence. I'm going to let it breathe a little bit. Folks, for those who do not know my history, I used to listen to a certain YouTuber called Tommy Sotomayor, and I'm going to watch the chat. I'm going to say that again. I used to listen to Tommy Sotomayor. I'm going to watch the chat. I'm going to give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yes, folks, Kid Gravity used to be a coon. And that's no, I'm being deadly serious, right? I used to be a coon. Following that man, I used to be a coon. I used to think all cops were not bad. I used to think that. Even though I used to get pulled over and I got stopped and frisked, I used to think all cops are not bad.
Wow.
When he fell out with Tariq, I stayed with Tommy because I didn't get Tariq. And I didn't like the fact that he was dissing a black man. I was like, I ain't fucking with that nigga over there. There's something wrong with that nigga. And I stayed. And I did that for damn near 9 years, just about. And yes, I had a little angry phase with black women. I did. And listening to Tommy, I also got introduced to the black manosphere. And I know a lot of people in this room know who the black manosphere is, but if you don't, basically think of the MGTOW movement, them white boys, but put black faces on it. And, you know, it was good entertainment. You balance it, but thankfully, I was also listening to a lot of the new black media as well. Not Tommy per se, but thankful to Tommy, I got introduced to not only Tariq, but I also got introduced to Jason Black.
Right.
And then he fell out with Jason Black. This nigga fell out with everybody, but okay. I left the black manosphere, folks, because it's not even because of Kevin Samuels. It wasn't even because of that, because I used to listen to Kevin Samuels way before he started talking about women like that.
Right.
Like when he was doing his things about cologne and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
I was trying to feel myself a little bit. You know,
yeah, no, I mean, hey, man, you know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But I used to consume their content. It was funny to me, especially when they would go in on the divestors. What killed Tommy for me, folks, was the fact he did 767 videos about Kevin Samuels. Now, that's a made-up number, but just going off that kind of frequency, you can see, like, you got to kind of... I'm like, that's not cool. You're getting away from the message. You're getting away from the message. Shout out to Queen Alpha. She in the building.
Queen
and Black
Alpha.
Voltron.
Yes,
shout out to that brother.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
safe
Yes,
out there.
sir.
Stay out there. Stay safe out there in earthquake land.
Man, no, we are. I'm just right above, right up the way.
Yeah, but yeah. So the black manosphere. Again, I used to consume their content, but what killed it for me was two main reasons. One, they started bringing white people into it, and me being on that conscious journey since 2012, I started to not say I didn't like white people less and less, but I started not to really tolerate what they're saying because a lot of their shit, it has roots in anti-black. But I was like, okay, it's your platform. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not going to listen to it.
Right.
But then what really killed it for me was you guys were going back and forth with the divestors. Okay, cool. That's content. I get that. But then you started bringing divestors on your platform. Cool. You want to bring them on? You want to debate with them? Cool. When you start agreeing with some of them, that one I got to go. Because now you're mixing with the enemy. This ain't like Goku and Vegeta, my nigga. Y'all not Goku and Vegeta. Y'all will never become friends. But y'all are going to now... When is the line going to be you're going to start going after men like me? When does that happen? And if I'm there, I condone it. So I said, let me slowly start backing away. Then the whole bullshit with Prophet of Doom happened. And then they got their website shut down, unfortunately. So the brothers don't have a way to get their message out outside of YouTube. But now, haven't you noticed BeatZilla, they don't even promote Kevin Samuels anymore.
Yeah.
Remember, he used to be in a lot of people's mentions.
Yes.
And he used to be in the algorithm. He ain't in the algorithm no more.
He's outworn his usefulness. The distraction that was Kevin Samuels, and I will say it like that, because people used to ask me early about like, what do you think about him? Like, because I didn't make any post, yay or nay, and you never saw me in his chat. I'm like, well,
especially after he made it a pay chat, motherfucker.
yeah, and see, again, I looked at a person who is strictly business. So I never looked at him as being a person who I'm gonna number one look to for serious relationship advice. Just because of some things I see, being having been part of the business, there's just certain things and behaviors I can recognize. I'm like, oh, okay, you ain't gonna say no. So as they'll use people to distract messages, especially from the grassroots, you'll put something out there that's kind of clean cut and trustable. Until you have glitches. And then, then things will take a turn and you'll fall out the algorithm because now no one can trust you. And beta males don't change anything.
Correct.
Here was why Kevin Samuels was winning. Alpha males were following him for a while. But as soon as him and Tommy kind of exposed themselves for what they are. Now, I'll say for me, Tommy, if anybody was watching Tommy, y'all should have known what time it was when Tariq walked up in that room and that man did not stand up out that chair.
Well, to be fair, he had those 2 belts with him. To be fair. To be fair. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair. He had the 2 belts in his hand, and he was saying, we're killing that. We're killing that crispy.
Yeah, we from the West Coast.
I did not agree with Tariq on calling that man crispy. I did not. I'm not condoning that. But I mean, he said there was only one door in and one door out. Tariq just showed up, but we know Vlad is the op, so fine. They got that video taken down. We never saw it unless you saw it when it happened. And
for the
is what it is.
And I want to explain something for the record. Vlad,
Nino knows the belts were heavy.
Yeah, the belts was heavy. And Vlad did not set that man up. Let me tell you something how the West Coast works. You cannot sneak into LA. As much as big as vast as you think it is, trust me. You ain't sneaking into LA. As much as you think you can, trust me. Somebody in there, hey man, y'all know this nigga? And it's just like that. So when people say, oh yeah, they'll call that Uber, it is like that out here. So especially in LA. So if he's going into anywhere where people know that, hey, that's Vlad's studio, and you see dude coming here, it ain't nothing but a phone call.
Yes, sir.
Say, man, your man's is over here, man. Y'all still having issues?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Wild Wild West.
Y'all niggas are wild over there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all got shout out to shout out to the California FBA, man. They run up on a nigga talk about what set you bang, and they don't even bang. And you got you got niggas fumbling over their words. Nice T told me yesterday. She was like, yo, what set you from? I was like, oh shit, y'all gangster like that?
Oh yeah, come out your mouth real quick. Now I'm a civilian. I'm a civilian, homie.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to the Bloods and Crips. Shout out to them.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to the family out there.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to jump me in junior high. No, high school. They wanted me to join the Bloods. I was like, that ain't gonna work. My father kicked my ass before y'all do. They were like, you know what, homie, we respect that. And left me alone. I was like, all right.
That's real talk.
Yeah. But,
you was around some real G's. You was around some real G's.
Oh, no,
yes,
they was real.
Yes, indeed.
And I damn sure we're not fucking with them rubies. No.
Right.
Quick, boy.
We say when Tariq Nasheed Punk Thomas. It was over. I'm telling you.
Man.
If that man walked in that room, you supposed to at least stand up to meet that man. Even if no fist is flying, at least get up. But them belts were heavy.
Yeah, but shameless plug. Even though I still don't really get Tariq, folks. I'm just full disclosure. I still don't really get him.
That's
Like,
fair.
if I had to list him on the paragons of the new Black Mirror, he'd be number 3 behind Jason and the professor. But I did it for the brother because he black. I did it.
Oh, there you
I
go.
bought the book.
See?
I just finished chapter 3. Well, I'm on chapter 3 now. The religion
Good.
of white supremacy.
Now let me can I ask you something real quick about that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you right now reading something that you were not aware of before? Because like he's telling you how kind of he grew up in his childhood and just experiencing those things as a kid. Anything to that new for you, or is it relatable?
Well, me coming from a Jamaican background, I had to be in the house before it got dark. So I didn't really experience life like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me not be home when my parents got home.
No doubt.
They would change the locks on me, then let me in and then beat the ever living.
Oh, okay. No doubt.
Yeah. That's how Jamaican parents are. Oh, no. Ain't no hanging out, boy.
Super strict Christian.
My mama, what?
Super strict Christian. Yeah, a lot of island folks be super strict Christians, man. Hey, man, it's all. I can't knock it because it wasn't none of y'all in trouble.
No, I've been arrested, but that was after I left. I was an adult. That's on me. So, but yeah,
Right.
in the school days, nah.
Yeah.
I knew what it was, boy. You think I was scared of NYPD growing up? No, I was scared of DAD.
Right. That's how it's supposed to be.
When this man turned red, oh no, my life was over, boy.
Now, both of your parents Jamaican?
Yes, sir.
Ooh wee.
Yeah.
Ooh wee. There was no sparing of the rod.
Nah. Well, the mama yelled at me more, but
okay.
She yelled at you so she don't hear my dad coming and then he get my ass. But shout out to them. Without them, I would not be. Without my father, I would not be here right now. So
that's how men are made. That's how men are made. Shout out to that man.
That man and his life lesson. They're gonna be days like this. And when you're a kid, you don't want to hear that shit. And now I called that man the other day. I was like, you know what? You're right. There are gonna be days like this.
Yes, sir.
I look at that little motherfucker I got in the room over there. I'm like, now I see what he went through with me.
Oh yeah. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. That's for certain.
Yeah, it's never a sprint. It's a marathon, boy. And I'm just entering level 3 now.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, you gotta wait.
Black Voltron belt was for light occurrences. Belt. This man, what? This man told me to square up one day.
Okay, you thought you was grown.
Let me go into my history.
Yeah,
real
you
fast,
thought you was grown.
This is how bad of a kid I was. Have you ever, BeatZilla? Have you ever tried to change a grade on a report card that was typed?
No. No.
I tried that badly, I might add. I failed one of those end of the year tests, like the Regents tests. Mm-hmm. I tried to cover it by typing out a different grade and then gluing it on the page. Now, my dumb ass, I thought I got it. This shit looked fake. My father saw through it. He whooped the fuck out of me, blood. I ain't never got my ass kicked. No, you know why? He didn't even kick my ass for doing that. He kicked my ass for lying about it.
Right. You lied about it after he caught you?
After he caught me, I still was lying about it. With the evidence in the front. I was like, no, the teacher did that.
Told
the
your
teacher
ass
did that.
Oh, yeah.
He beat that. Oh, what? I love that man.
Yes,
I love that man.
Yes,
Then
sir.
I was talking to him one day. He said, you didn't give me that much trouble. I'm like, are you suffering? You need to eat more fish, sir, because I think you forgot a lot that I did.
Hey, but that means that in all actuality, he was really just making sure he kept you on that focused path, which I ain't mad at that at all.
No,
I
because you
mean,
gotta remember, I was in Hollis, Queens, boy, and it
oof.
started to go downhill. Like in the late '90s, it started going downhill. So he knew they were coming. So he moved our ass to Long Island, and I was like,
Oh God.
yeah. But then Long Island was just like all the Brooklyn and Queens people went over there too. So it was like, okay, it's like home.
Well, I got people in Brooklyn, so I mean, it's like, well, see, what's so funny is like, Portland is one of them places. It's an interesting place. So sometimes when people need to get away from New York, they just might happen to show up around these parts.
Yes, sir. Black Voltron's right. I got cold busted like RSG Jones did his girl. You damn right. I got cold busted. Man, I did some stuff in my day, boy. But you need those life lessons. You need those life lessons. So,
Absolutely.
when these little ones try that, you're like, listen, I did that. Go tell go ask your grandfather what happened to me when I did that. And then they be like, Daddy, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
You still grounded, but thanks for the hug.
I told my children,
grounded,
you
but
don't
thanks for the
stand
hug.
a chance.
Exactly. That's why I'm trying to toughen that one up in there because you know what I do with her every day? And y'all can call DFAX on me. I flex at her every day. She don't move. And my wife asked me one day, she's like, why you keep doing that? I'm like, I don't want nobody punking her. So when they try to flip on her, she start laughing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But she gonna do the MMA thing when she get a little older. She gonna do that.
There you go.
But speaking of Brooklyn, I'm glad you brought up Brooklyn. Brooklyn looking shaky, baby. Mano, my nigga, what are we doing? Do I have to pull up the video? Mano,
No. Oh my God.
we're not even gonna do that to the folk. We're not even gonna do that to the folk. Y'all know what Mano did. Talking about he wanna act like a runaway slave. But this was the same cat who went viral back in the early 2010s for slapping people on the street. But you say you acted like a runaway slave with white women.
I have a take on that.
Please do.
See, and now for those of y'all who've been following me, you've known I told you, keep an eye on Mano. Why? Because he also has a show coming out on Fox Soul. He's literally
I did
on
not know
Fox.
this.
Yeah, he's on Fox Soul's fall lineup. Go figure.
I did not know this.
What did I say? They're going to start making him he's going to be one of those the street cred voice of black politics and the black interests, and just keep an eye on Mano. So he's showing right now. Oh yeah, I'm in. Because that whole conversation right there, if y'all also missed it today, they're prettying up Angela Yee. Today she just debuted her cover photo shoot. She's the one who's facilitating the Mano interview. Go figure.
I did not know this.
Yeah, so you start seeing things happen over here, you see things happen over there. Follow the 30 million.
Yes, sir. Hey, folks, we have exclusives, by the way. This is BeatZilla and I. We drop exclusives. I have an exclusive photo of Mano doing his cosplay of running out against white women. Again, he must have did this at Prospect Park, folks, because there was so much lush scenery around. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my Lord.
This nigga did this on Ocean Ave. I'm finna show y'all again.
So bad.
And I also found out he's not an FBA, so, it makes
Right.
sense that he would say some stupid shit like that. But Folks, BeatZilla dropped an exclusive for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall drop an exclusive now. Breaking news. We all know that the buzzword for the midterms is that 10-letter word called reparations, right? We know this. Everybody's talking about it. Joy Reid's old punk ass talked about it. Tiffany Cross is stealing her scripts. I'm pretty sure Tucker Carlson soon's going to say something. We got idiot politicians talking about it now who have no dog in that fight. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what state just got into the race for reparations to get some of that money out of you poor black folks? If you are down in Arkansas and you see this video, I need y'all to go check on y'all people in Pine Bluff. They have a Black Wall Street down there. Please go check on them.
Yeah, they sure do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to show you something. And I don't want y'all to get alarmed, but Arkansas has joined the race for reparations, folks. They're in there. Yes, they did not come, but here's the thing. They did not convene a committee, folks. There's no task force there. There's no, giant movement for that. Guess what Arkansas is doing, folks? And look at the page. I shall bring it on the screen. If you have a bucket near you, please get it because you shall throw up after you see this. Yes.
What the hell?
That says, save the date. Juneteenth Soul Food Festival and Market. Come to experience 3 floors of food and some of Arkansas's top restaurants and caterers served in the War Memorial Press Box and Razorback Letterman's Club. Featured hosts Rex Nelson, Heather Baker, and David Basil. June 17th, 2022, from 4 to 9 at the War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. Yes, folks. 3 white people have joined the Juneteenth celebration. This, folks, is what that... Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to say, even though I don't pray to you. I blame Opal Lee for this. I blame Opal Lee for this. I am going to say it, send it to her people down in Texas. I don't give a damn. Opal Lee, I blame you for this. I'm putting it back on the screen. I blame you for
flabbergasted.
I went on Twitter just now to go look something up when we were talking before. And that was the first thing I saw on my timeline. I said, son of a bitch. I blame that coon Opal Lee for this. All I wanted was a pen. This is the pen that Joe Biden signed Juneteenth into law. This is not a black thing. It's not a Texas thing. This is a freedom for all thing.
Oh, my Lord. Family.
I'm going to let you have this. Brother Torian Rain, you just left a comment. I know before you leave on LA and, safe travels for you, brother, but make sure you do this video for this, man. I got to go get something to drink, man.
Man, yeah, leave that on the screen. Oh, my Lord. Okay, fam, this is extremely sad. This is literally a Juneteenth Soul Food Festival and Market with 3 white faces on the flyer. So this is saying, hey, for your holiday, we're going to be the premier speakers for your event. Come on over here, Negroes, and enjoy. This day's for you. This not even on the day? Oh, that's even worse. Oh, my God. Okay, so even worse, family. So this is the super, super duper pander, and Arkansas just letting you know they haven't switched up at all. They're not even going to take the chance to put any black faces in front of these Negroes. They're like, nah, we stay in status quo. Look to us as Jesus. Oh, my God.
They didn't even make them say they go to Pine Bluff and do it.
Right. Little Rock. Let's go.
At least you could shut down
Rock.
Pine Bluff. You could have shut down Pine Bluff right where the Black Wall Street is and infuse money into that community. You taking it over to Little Rock.
And I'm assuming, I would assume the only reason for being in Little Rock is to further pander, because I'm sure they're going to be around the high school. So because the high school is historic of integration. Oh man, this is crap.
You ready for this, though? You ready for this?
God.
You ready for this? I had to squint to read this. Check this out. So you see the dude Rex Nelson, right?
Yes.
He is the senior editor of the Arkansas Democratic Committee. Gazette.
Oh, see, okay. And so I was right. This is a Democratic.
And look who one of their sponsors, look at who they're sending money to in the bottom corner on the left.
What is that? Boy Scouts of America.
The biggest grooming organization in the world. I said it.
Wow.
Black people, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to it. If you're not subscribed to New Black Media, please subscribe to it.
Woo.
This is what they're doing, folks. We're 2 months out from Juneteenth, and they're already starting the bullshit.
Incredible.
Queen Alpha, you can't run from white supremacy, baby. I know you and Black Alpha want to go get an island. You can't escape white supremacy. Let AOC tell it. Let AOC tell it. You fuck around, and mermaids are gonna be white supremacists as well. So you might be in some trouble.
For real though. Oh my Lord. See, and I hope this is one thing that they this is a good sign, I will say, because I've never seen such a desperate attempt to keep black folks' attention on them.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because they don't want to admit that they're having all these voting drives right now. They don't want to admit that people are showing up voting as Republicans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're doing a lot. I've been hearing about suggested write-ins of F them. So shout out 6 zeros.
Yes, I will be on there. I'm going to show you. This was on April 1st. You got to see this. This was it says Republicans make historic gains of registered voters in Florida.
Interesting.
Yeah, but shout out to Jason Black because he broke this down a couple years ago during the election. Florida, especially them Cubans and them Dominicans, they identify as white.
Absolutely.
So for all you asshole Democrats who think you're going to flip Florida blue, you're not going to flip Florida blue for the next 40 years. I'm just going to warn you now. I'm going to put out a bold prediction here, folks. Georgia's going to go red in 2024.
I could see it.
Whoever the Republicans put up and Biden runs again, it's going to be a slaughter. I promise you. Y'all don't listen. I told you niggas, do not go outside. Vote for that man. Let's just break it all the way down because these ninjas just never listen.
At all.
Let me ask you dumbass black progressives a question. I'm gonna put this up because Black Voltron made a great point. Yes, but let me ask you dumbass black progressives a question.
That's right.
Y'all went outside in 2020, right, with George Floyd when that brother was killed by the white supremacists. And then you saw what happened with Breonna Taylor. Tori and I will answer Herschel Walker in a second. I'm going to get to him. But y'all said defund the police all day, every day, which I don't fully agree with, but I understood the anger at the moment. But you dumb niggas sat outside doing early voting for Biden, who has been on the record of being pro cop. Okay, fine. You said, nah, we got to get Trump out. Okay, fine. That's your prerogative. That's fine. I'm glad you voted. This is not about you not voting. You're not like Colin Kaepernick. But now you see what your vote got you. And I told y'all, okay, he went. I don't want him to fail because he failed, we fail. Okay, fine. But I told y'all, make sure you come outside and realize when you were wrong. You dumb niggas still sitting outside saying that this man's going to turn shit around. You just heard 2 months ago, refund the police. Not once, not twice, not even 3 times, 4 fucking times. Him saying this. He's telling you it's going to be what it was in the 90s. Y'all let that bypass because it was Trump. Y'all let that bypass. Okay, fine. Ma'Khia Bryant died, folks. What changed?
Man.
I went on somebody else's channel and said, not only the cop was wrong, her stepdaddy was wrong because there's no way in hell he should have let that house's problems get to the street.
Right.
Where he has no control over it. Her comment
Right.
section went for my life on that.
Really?
Which is, they went for, I will send you the link later. They went for my life on that. That's the day I figured it out. That was the day I knew no matter how much we die in the streets, people don't give a fuck.
That's
And it
true.
took me years to figure this out. I did not want to admit this. And this is no knock on her. I'm not knocking her. I'm more knocking her comment section that day because that was wild when I looked at it back. Like,
Right.
you're telling me that the cop did nothing wrong. I'm like, the cop shouldn't even have had the opportunity to kill that young girl. Even if she was going to do what allegedly stabbed that other girl. There's no way that they should have made it to the street, but okay.
No, I totally understand that point of view.
Right. But now, here we are in 2022. Eric Adams gets in, correct?
Oh,
Crime surges. Before we even get to that, the nigga told you, I'm bringing back anti-crime. For those who don't know what anti-crime is, they basically go around and do stop and frisk.
that stop and frisk.
You heard him say this 7 times on the campaign trail. I'm bringing back stop and frisk. He even said it at the debate that they had. But because y'all didn't want to vote for the white boy who was a racist as well, you voted for him.
Right.
You know, black lag. That's what I called it. Black lag.
Woof. Good grief.
Now crime got worse in New York. 75% uptick since he's been in.
Wow.
You have a terrorist attack.
That too.
All these Asians getting their ass whooped by non-FBA people. Then you find out later that not only did he meet with the mayor of Washington and her sheriff, but now he met with Uncle Lori.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, they met. He went to Chicago and they had a nice joint press conference talking about crime. And he met with Jim Crow Joe.
Yes, indeed.
Which is why I started saying that the crime bill is coming. Because they're going to use that triangle to justify it.
And
You niggas are silent on that.
Ooh-wee. Well, for me, I've been watching Eric Adams early. So before he even got elected, I was watching him, and I'm like, ooh.
I even knew about him when he was Brooklyn Borough president. He didn't really move.
Well, yeah,
This
you
is
out
how
there.
bad
Yeah,
he
you
is,
out
folks.
there.
This is how bad he is as a politician. When he got elected Brooklyn Borough president, people were actually saying we'd rather have Marty Markowitz, a Jewish white man, come back. They actually preferred him.
Wow.
And Brooklyn is mostly black.
Wow. That says a lot.
That says a lot.
And so when I saw his pick for police commissioner, Keishant Sewell,
Yes.
I went and immediately peeped her out because she was amongst one of the candidates, which one of the candidates is Philadelphia's current police commissioner. She was our former police chief, Danielle
Carmen, right?
Outlaw. No, Danielle
Oh,
Outlaw.
all right. Carmen was from Seattle. That's right.
Yeah, right. So again, coming out from Northwest,
Oh, twist.
these are the Democrat vetted and tested people. So I knew, well, number one, all of them were going to be decent looking studs. So I knew that off the bat. But when I saw the Keith Sant Sewell, we couldn't figure out her background. I was like, she's it. So picked her. As soon as she opened her mouth, she got on CNN and let all the white anchors give all the talking points about what was going to be implemented, and she just co-signed it.
Yep.
So I told y'all then, if y'all been watching my broadcast, I told y'all right then, y'all need to go on alert out in New York because this ain't cool, and y'all are about to be the testing grounds for the Crime Bill 2.0, hands down.
I don't want to scare y'all as well, but guess what else is going to be implemented, folks? And this has a lot to do with reparations. There is, because I have people in DC, there is rumblings, folks, and I want y'all to really hear what I'm about to tell you. There are rumblings that the Capitol Police are about to go nationwide, which means they're going to have full federal authority to lock your black ass up. And we all know what happens when black people get fed charges. We are cut off from a lot of financial resources that the government has to offer. And we also know a lot of states, like New York, DC is not a state, but DC as well, and Chicago. I'm not really too sure about the Chicago. I'm gonna ask Afro Elite about that, but I know for a fact New York and DC, you know how hard it is to get Fed charges taken off your record. In New York, you cannot take a Fed charge off your record.
I didn't think so.
Yeah,
That's a
can't
federal
do it.
state. Yeah.
Yeah, can't do it. So what's going to end up happening is if they do implement reparations on a government level, not just paying it out, say, oh, because you know they like to do government programs and all that bullshit.
Right.
You get a Fed charge, they'll say you're not qualified for this.
Oh, yeah.
Capitol
Oh.
Police can supersede y'all's police, y'all city's police. Send your black ass to Fed prison on some bullshit.
Absolutely. That's day for day.
Biden just signed a bill saying in 2026 the police can shut your car off.
Whoa.
I did a
Really?
video on that. Yeah, I did a video on that. He signed a bill that says, because that's why they're pushing all this electric vehicle bullshit. They are going. He's giving cops the ability to shut your car off without you even knowing. No court order, no nothing.
You know, that makes... No, go ahead. I just thought of something else.
No, go ahead and say it.
Okay, I don't know about any of y'all in where you guys live, but I'm sure you guys have heard about catalytic converter theft. Okay, well, I'm just looking at it like this. If you want to make sure everybody has to go get a digital vehicle, then you have to make sure that the old vehicles are dismantled and will never be able to be used. Because people would buck the system, right? So they would go drive these old cars. As that supply starts dwindling down from all of these catalytic converter thefts, I look at it as this. Powers that be say, hey, how can we get something? Let's get money and make the criminal element, make it lucrative to the criminal element. So that's a market that already takes care of itself.
Yes, sir.
Now we can push this electric while we got the criminal underground taking care of our cleanup work, making their little money, but doing our work for us in the long run.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yeah, and yeah, Tory, and you know why they're moving these Capitol Police out of the nation? Because of January 6th. Yep.
mm-hmm.
Again, folk, I've said this many times on the program as well. I was there. I was on the ground that day. The videos are still on the channel. Surprised FBI ain't come for me yet. Ask me questions. I ain't do nothing. I was only on the grass. It wasn't what they said it was, folks. A lot of people were just out there talking and just hanging out. They started that bullshit. They needed people to run inside.
Wow.
But, you know, I ain't going to say too much more about that. You want to go back in the archives, the video is there. But yes, folks, but Torian also brought up something that I need to talk about. Now, I'm down here in Georgia, folks. And shout out to Tamara Johnson Shealy. She's running for the Senate seat down here to go kick Warnock, Mr. Abortion himself.
Yeah.
But he brought up Herschel Walker, that dumb Negro. Do y'all realize that Herschel Walker is beating Warnock right now?
Mm-hmm.
That says a lot.
It says a ton.
The white people have accepted Herschel Walker, folks. I said this in my Civil War show. White people down here in Georgia, they're tired. You've pissed them off. All the rioting, Biden getting in, they're at their wits' end. Them not helping Trump figure out what happened with the election, they're pissed. They're going to vote for anything that goes back to the status quo. If that means to put a nigger in that seat to get back to normalcy, they will do it.
Hell yeah.
I need you ninjas in Georgia to wake the fuck up and realize if Stacey Abrams becomes governor, you might as well start looking for somewhere else to live.
Woo-wee.
I'm just going to say it now. That same show, Civil War is Upon Us. I showed y'all the exit polls that NBC News did the night Biden got certified. Now, remember, Stacey and them are running around saying it was the black vote that got Biden in. I'm the only person on this planet who said that was straight up bullshit. And I proved it. Guess who got Biden in, folks? The Asian Americans and the Pacific Islanders got Biden in Georgia. But y'all don't want to believe me. Okay, fine. Let me break it down for you. How many votes did Biden beat Trump by in Georgia? 11,000 plus. Very, very slick margin, right? It's not exactly you have enough wiggle room. You could take short breaths.
Right.
That's how close it was. In a presidential election, that's what they call a razor-thin margin.
Absolutely.
Ask me how many Asian American Pacific Islanders voted in Georgia.
I didn't know y'all had that many down there like that.
Oh, they're big in Riverdale. That's like that's like right in the middle at the end of DeKalb County, right when you're going into Clayton County where the airport is. They're big there. They run that down there. But ask me how many AAPI turned out for that election.
I wouldn't think too many.
15,000 voted for Biden.
And that got him over?
That got him over because Stacey tricked y'all. Hey, give me the statement one time. Give me the statement one time. Cut what?
Cut that
Very good. All right, go play with your 1-on-1 content. Go play with your
That's
1-on-1
what's
content.
up.
Yes, gotta teach her. Gotta teach her.
Yeah.
Yes, but what was I saying? Yes, but only about 3,900 voted for Trump down here. Stacey lied to y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Stacey knew she did not galvanize the black vote like she thought she did. She did not. What they don't want to admit is a lot of black people in Georgia voted for Trump. Her numbers and her outreach only got the black vote to a level where it looked like it almost washed the white vote. That's what she was hoping for.
Oh.
But what ended up happening was she cultivated that AAPI vote for a decade. She used to go on Radio Korea down here back in 2011 when I think she was doing state senate. And she would talk to them every week about what's going on in the Golden Dome.
That's interesting.
And she called that favor in for the election and said, I need y'all to come outside. This black vote, it's a little waning. I need to shore it up. Same way Obama did in 2012 when the black vote started fracturing. He called up the LGBT. Now, they came out and said, okay, fine. What are we going to get in return? Okay. She said, we'll see what we can do. They get in. NBC News, that same article, profiled all these Democrat AAPI people. It's like, we're gaining our forces. We're coming. Which is why I also said in that show, watch. And if y'all not careful down here in Atlanta, there's going to be an AAPI mayor in Atlanta. Do you understand what the optics are going to look like in there?
Wow, that would be crazy.
Atlanta will be dead the day they put their hand on that Bible. I promise you.
Ooh. I remember Jason Black doing show. What is it? His New Year's show when he was in Georgia, and he's been talking about the failing community. Like basically how that they are in league to basically push Negroes up out of there. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah. But it's been done here.
Brother Nino the other day told us in that Twitter space, he stayed in Midtown. Google has a building over there. They bought the building. His landlord kicking him out.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
They're kicking black people out of Atlanta proper.
Wow. Not surprised, but I mean, what's so crazy is that it's going so willy-nilly in 2022.
Mm-hmm. No, but they have to do it now.
That's true.
Because they've got to make sure they do everything in their power to get Stacey in that seat. Wow. Then you start pushing the black folk further south where they can't make no noise. Because they know Atlanta runs the South. I'm just going to say it. Mm-hmm. You get Stacey in that seat and have her do the damage you need, you can fuck with Texas. In a couple of years, you can fuck with Texas.
Now, I would have to disagree with that one.
That's fine.
Them Texas people, they could try.
They could try. They could try. That's why I said they could try. It ain't gonna work, but they could scare some shit. They could scare some shit up.
Real quick, something I want to put in your ear. If you get a chance, go check out the Rajneeshee story. It's an old cult that was here. And I just want you to peep the get down of how fast people will go into action when they are fearing a political group coming into existence. So what happened is, real quick, this group figured, let's go get the homeless and move them over here to this location. And then they're building their numbers. So they started becoming the residents of this county. And them people went on absolute alert to make sure that they gain no political power, all the way down to having the feds run them out of the country.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, boy, they destroyed it. So if you ever get a chance, look up the Rajneesh.
I'm gonna look at it. But Black Voltron, Atlanta is slipping, boy. It's slipping. Do you understand that in Atlanta proper, black people are only concentrated in the west and the east? That's it. Well, not even so much the east side, but the west side.
That's crazy.
They don't run Midtown. Like, it's like they're this little circle and everything else is just around them and just squeezing them like a vice.
Oh, wow.
And if you know what they say, if you ain't got no money, you can't make no real moves out here.
Right.
I live 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. I did that on purpose. I'm not paying 3 fucking taxes. That's not happening.
Right.
Because Atlanta, you got to pay 2 taxes. Not happening.
For what? You
got to pay Fulton County tax, and you also got to pay Atlanta tax. Atlanta got its own separate tax.
Really?
Yeah, Atlanta city tax. Yeah, you got to pay that, and you got to pay Fulton County tax. Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. But I live way out.
Wow.
Well, not way out, but I live 30 minutes away. All I got to do is pay the cow tax.
Hell yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's like black folk. I'm just gonna say niggas party too much down here. Niggas after this election, and I came down here, niggas were asleep.
Wow.
We can't be asleep anymore, folks. It's not beneficial for us anymore. We can't be asleep.
Wow.
I said this on your show. Everything now is political.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do this no more. But you Negroes are worried about fucking strokers and all that bullshit. Knock that shit off. They expect y'all to be asleep, and you dumb niggas are gonna sit out there and vote for Stacey because she black. Y'all better not do that. I'm telling y'all gonna have to sell y'all cars and your condos and take your ass over to Alabama.
Truth. And what's so crazy is Stacey Abrams is like, you're looking for the extreme example of more of the same. Mm-hmm. And not only that, pushing some stuff on Georgia that is not usually the state moniker. So, man, and then that's also going to be sneaking in that extra crime bill testing ground crap too. So this is the biggest problem with the black Democrats right now. They are proven to be the biggest traitors to our community in modern day ever.
Yep. And if we're not careful, y'all gonna see this in November. Y'all gonna see this. You dumb niggas are gonna be sitting in Centennial Olympic Park doing that. Thinking you won something. And this is gonna be me live on my show. Brody, look! Niggas be wildin'! I will go in on every single one of y'all. I don't care if you throw me out the city. I could give a damn. Mm-hmm. Y'all better wake up down here in Georgia. Y'all better wake up. I guess unless y'all got property in Mississippi, you want to go deal with them white supremacists over there. Y'all stay asleep.
For real, though.
But let's talk about reparations again.
All right.
It's one of my favorite subjects.
Yes, indeed.
We got to talk about it. Now, what you see on your screen, folk, shout out to the Latino Tim Tebow right here. Shout out to him. I didn't know Tim Tebow was for reparations. I did not know this. Shout out to Aquafina. Well, she kind of looks like Rita Repulsa. Shout out to Rita Repulsa. Shout out to Maya Rudolph. Let me see. Who else? There was another legend in here. Shout out to Cedric the Entertainer / Lil Rel. Shout out to Lil Rel. Shout out to Vlad's cousin.
What's up with the white chicks on the right though?
This one?
All the way on the right, second in the second row. She looked like the
This one?
Wayans from She looked like the Wayans from White Chicks.
Yeah, this chick right here. Shout out to this one. She looked like she just came off the stage. This one I don't know. Let's see. He looked like you know what he looked like? He looked like he was the runner up for the Acevedo role in The Shield. But the glasses fucked him up. He forgot to take off his glasses during the audition. We got this motherfucker over here. This motherfucker looked like she just got a full new grill.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker looked like if he fails at this, Vince McMahon will sign him and say he's a Samoan. We got this chick over here who could be, if they do a Kamala Harris movie, she would play Kamala.
Right.
We got that California Reparations Task Force, Mr. Tamaki. We got his sister right here.
For real.
We got Rebel Wilson's body double. We got the angry black mixed chick. This would be the runner-up for the Ketanji Brown biopic. This would be Ketanji Brown. They would darken her skin up.
You know what she remind me of?
Who she remind you of?
She remind me of Amanda Seales and
I'm still waiting for her to block me, by the way.
in Agent Duvernay.
Yes, Agent, and he looked like Donald Trump Jr. if he gained 30 pounds.
Oh wow.
But yes, folks, this is the Reparations Pledge Pack.
Crazy.
Based out of Arizona. Zona. You know, the same place where the black guy went down there talking shit from New York and got knocked out by the two big white boys. Why is it when I go right back, just a quick off thing, why did I just go back on Twitter to pull up their page, and the first thing I go on there is Kevin Samuels? I think my computer is listening to me.
Oh wow.
That is hilarious. But yeah, let me pull up this reparations pledge pack. Now, the New Black Media and the B1 Society, we went to them. We asked the questions. We wanted to check their paperwork. We wanted to see if they was really about that life. And I guess their answers were not up to snuff. Correct? Am I right for saying that?
That'd be a fair assumption.
Yes, fair assumption. Yes. So what happens, folks, when you are a platform that cannot answer the tough questions? You do not like how people ask the tough questions. And, you know, you had your soy latte and you figured out, you know, there's a better option. What do? You do this. Let me take this off. Shit. Wait, I fucked up. You do this. Oh my God. I'm sorry, folks. I completely screwed this up. I apologize. I completely screwed this up. I forgot I still had that on the screen. Okay, let's try this again. What happens when you get called to the carpet? This is what happens. We shut our page down. We don't want to talk to nobody unless you followed us and we vetted you.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Interesting verbiage.
Yes, sir.
Very interesting verbiage. Considering how, yeah, you know, you haven't vetted us, but yet you're a reparations pledge pack that doesn't have any foundational Black Americans on it. But you don't want to now answer questions to the community to which you're saying you're pledging a pack for? I don't think so.
No, can't do that.
No, that's off. That is off.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we can't get at him no more. So It is what it is. But we ran them up off the block.
I want to know: are these people here to do a study like California, or
Oh
is
no,
this
they're doing a
just?
study.
Oh, they
They
are.
are doing
Okay.
a study. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
that's interesting.
Very interesting. But folk, I have something else for you. I have. What did they think they were trying to do, Torian? They were trying to grift.
Hmm.
They were trying to grift.
In a
They
major
wanted
way.
they wanted to make sure the new black media and the reparations candidates like Marcel and Tamara and Pastor Somerville did not gain traction. Because for those who don't know, I'm going to talk about that too in a second, Tori. But did you know that Marcel ran up on Pete Buttigieg?
Yes.
Yes, folks. He ran up on
Yeah.
that man. And he was sweating like we could say a whore in church. Well, we can say he was sweating like a white supremacist at a Black Panther party. But
Indeed.
shout out to Brother Marcel. If you have not donated, donate to that man.
Yes.
I do it $10 a week. You can do it $10 a week.
That's what's up.
But yeah. But let's talk about the Harvard thing first before I end off with a major breaking news. So Torian asked, did you see what Harvard U is trying to do? Yes, I am aware of what Harvard is trying to do. Harvard is doing a study, folks, and putting in listen to the number, $100 million into a slave study. I happen to have the article up. Would y'all like to hear the article? Would y'all like to hear the article, folks?
Yes,
Let's
indeed.
read the article together, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a fascinating read. And this just goes to show how scared they are of black folks. Oh, Black Voltron, he ran up on Pete Buttigieg, the transportation secretary.
Mm-hmm.
He ran up on him at an event, and that brother, that he's not a brother, that mismatched Texan, he had nothing for that man.
Oh, not at all.
But yes,
not
folks,
at all.
not at all. But yes, folks, Harvard, this is from Market Watch. Harvard establishes a $100 million fund to address slave holdings and slavery ties in centuries past. Because of those who don't know, Harvard, Yale, and a lot of these Ivy League schools built their schools off what? Slaves.
Yep.
So now they're going to atone. The oldest U.S. university's faculty and staff enslaved more than 70 black people between its founding in 1636 and 1783, when slavery was outlawed in Massachusetts, according to a new report. But you still continued it. Harvard University has pledged $100 million to redress its historical ties to slavery. The announcement Tuesday coincides with the university's release of a 134-page report detailing its connections to slavery, segregation, and discrimination. The Ivy League school's faculty and staff enslaved more than 70 black people between its founding in 1636 and 1783, when slavery became outlawed in Massachusetts, according to the report. The university also profited from slavery during the 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries through its financial connection to donors, some of whom are memorialized on campus. Those donors helped the university build its national reputation, the report said. Slavery was integral to Harvard, according to the report, and its legacy affected the university well after human bondage became illegal. Segregation and discrimination were a part of campus life well into the 1900s, the report says. The truth is that slavery played a significant part in our institutional history, Harvard President Lawrence S. Bacow said in a letter Tuesday to the university community.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
$100 million for a study.
For a study. But they would better serve, take that $100 million and go help black people in Boston.
I mean, for real. It There's a
But what do you expect from a university that gets endowments well into the billions every year? What do you expect?
exactly. This just looks like some kind of charity, how they make money on the back end type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it also is control.
Yep.
Because here's one thing that they could do if they were really serious. Yeah, okay,
Mm-hmm.
do a study, but you're Harvard. Submit that to Washington
Yes,
if
sir.
you're serious.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
They're
see.
not serious. They're not serious. This is a gotcha. This is for us. I'm just gonna say this
Absolutely.
is for us. This is to shut us up because we don't really f with Harvard like that.
I mean,
This
really.
like yeah, you could send all the scholarship money to Harvard you want. That's cool. But at the end of the day, what does going to Harvard really get you? Unless you're going to be a lifelong coon.
I mean, for real. That's about
Yeah,
it.
that's about it. But before I let you leave, brother, this has been a fascinating conversation. Again, I'm with BeatZilla PDX. Check him out on
Yes, indeed.
YouTube. Make sure you put your link in the chat so people could
Yes,
find it.
indeed. I think Black Voltron been putting it in the chat too. Thank
Cool.
you.
Yeah.
Shout out Black Voltron.
Shout out to Black Voltron and shout out to the new Black Media. But folks, I had to end it like this. Now, for y'all that know me, I am Jamaican. Both sides. We discussed this about an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
And being Jamaican, you have a certain reverence for your people because they have that saying, out of many, we are one.
Right.
Kind of doesn't have the same ring to it nowadays, folks. Unfortunately, I'm just going to say it. It really doesn't have the same passion as it used to, because you look at it from my perspective with the cake so bullshit going on down there, and now the government want to talk about we need reparations from England. I mean, that's a great thing, but I need to know that y'all really serious about that. Just don't say it because it's hot. Please don't do that because it's hot. Because that doesn't serve anybody. But we also know that I'm just going to say there's been a lot of Jamaican coons that have come out the last few years talking shit, making real Jamaicans look bad. That Joni Turner Smith coon running around taking naked pictures with the white man looking like a slave. I wasn't feeling that.
No.
We can't do that. We can't do that, folk. That's not the wave.
That's not it.
That's not it. That's not it. Because that make everybody look bad. That make everybody look bad. That make the whole island look bad. Like I said, the cake soap bullshit. We can't have that no more, man. Love your skin, goddammit.
Thank you.
And then make it worse. Y'all go on film telling white people about this. And white people putting you on display, making y'all look crazy.
Yeah.
But go ahead, BeatZilla.
No, I was also going to say, don't forget Winsome Sears.
Yes. Listen, when she said that bullshit after she got in, I said, I'm watching this motherfucker. I watched this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
She said that bullshit. I did a video on her. Then she said something the other day about the Holocaust, talking about they need reparations. I said, you mother. And then weeks later, Soldier Live wins best new reggae album. A whole bunch of white boys. Yeah. All right. I see what time it is. Okay. Y'all just playing with us now. Not y'all asking for it.
Don't it feel like that?
What?
I mean, Because I heard some people coming up like, hey, well, I don't really think it's that bad. Yeah.
The optic, y'all got tired of Coffee Brown that quick. All right, say less. Say less. But I bring up Jamaica for this point, ladies and gentlemen. Now we've got Kuntanji. She's SCOTUS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I found out about Kuntanji? Now everybody was running around because you know what the Democrats do nowadays. They scrub your history because they know we check paperwork. Yes,
indeed.
And they ran around with the rumor that she had, based on her name, she had South African lineage. And I said, yeah, that kind of doesn't sound right. I know Ketanji is an African name, but right. Her middle name, Anika, that's Caribbean through and through.
Mm.
So I said, she got Caribbean somewhere. Folk, for the past week, I've been doing research, and it's hard, blood. Because them Democrats do a job when they scrub a motherfucker.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
They do a job. You know how hard it is. Unless they say something, you ain't gonna know. And I'm deliberately talking like this, folks, because I'm loading a video right now. I want everybody to go get your favorite snack. It's a little long.
Uh-oh.
But when you see this video, you're going to understand why I say. Not only Jason Black say you got to watch these old niggas, and you got to watch these, what do you call them? These traitors.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to watch. You have got to watch some of these Caribbeans as well. Because we saw what happened with the Haitians. Damn, I can't play it. Okay, we're going to have to play it from here. So, I found this video, and I'm glad somebody kept it up. Because I know how they like to scrub this shit off the internet.
Indeed.
Folks, have you got your popcorn, your snacks, your Ogun juice? Make sure you have your trash can next to you.
Uh-oh.
Because we fixing to play something for you. Here we go, folks. We have found out, ladies and gentlemen, me specifically. Ketanji Brown Jackson is like Sheila Jackson Lee. She is a Jamaican, folks.
Oh, wow.
Yes. We shall play this.
All right.
It's a little long, but it's compelling as hell. So let's get to it.
We figured this would be what they come at her with. So she was expecting it. And so was I. So the family. So we weren't happy about it, but we weren't taken aback by it either.
Yes, it's a name that many will say for years to come, ma'am. What inspired the name Ketanji?
Well, Ketanji being our first kid, our first daughter, we knew that we wanted something very special for.
Now, Peep, she's in Florida, folks. And where is there a big Caribbean concentration at, folks?
Wow.
Her.
Let's continue.
In that name. So my sister, who was in the Peace Corps at the time in West Africa, I asked her to just send me a list of names that I could choose from so that I could possibly use to name my first daughter. We were so proud of the fact that not only that my sister was serving in the Peace Corps, but also just our heritage, yes. African heritage. So she did send the list of names. And of that list, the one that jumped out to me and the one that I thought would be best suited for my daughter was Ketanji. I had not heard it before. I was just intrigued by the sound of it, and I chose Ketanji Anika. That name in translation, what she said she had learned from just compiling the list, meant lovely one. And it loosely translated to that.
Yeah.
So that to me was special,
Yes.
and we chose that.
Yeah.
Ratted.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Y'all got an exclusive here, folk. How our grandmothers used to tell us, let them talk long enough, they tell on themselves.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, so weird. So y'all did them. Y'all so you have somebody that look like pasta around ya, sir. And you have Tiffany Haddish around ya, sir. I talk to the Oman mother who admit Shidayari.
Wow. And now all of a sudden, but see what's so crazy to me is like they talking to her like they already knew. But it was a big secret. Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, sir. So all y'all running around talking about, oh, Ketanji the greatest, oh, she gonna be for us, she gonna protect us. Okay.
Wow.
Y'all gonna learn real soon that she ain't for you.
Good Lord.
Shout out to Tiffany Haddish again. Shout out to Tiffany Haddish. Let's continue.
Can you rewind that just a little taste?
We went right here.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That name in translation, what she said she had learned from just compiling the list, meant lovely one. And it loosely translated to that.
Yeah.
So that to me was special, and we chose that.
Yeah. Mrs. Brown, I suspect most parents want their child to be the president of every country in the world and be the greatest thing in life. How soon or how late in life did you think my daughter is going to be doing something very special? How soon did that happen?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was
Look
something
Sheila.
that we
Look on Sheila.
looked to happen very early in life. Ketanji was reading.
Please,
at 2,
so
at
they
age
just gonna show
2,
all the damn
because
Jamaicans now.
I thought
Man, if
that
y'all don't get the hell on.
just because if she could
Look on
speak,
Mr. Charlie. Look on him.
I made
Man.
the mission that I was going to just put everything into teaching her to do so. So she was reading at 2. She was very extroverted. She was someone who we could tell would be a leader, just the way in which she interacted with her peers and kids when she was in school. And she was very popular, very well liked. I just knew that there was something
Pause it
in
real
her
quick.
future.
No. I knew. That's why I said, well, you said back it over taste. I was like, I'm just going to reel him in. I'm just going to reel him in.
She said she was real popular. If y'all don't understand why I'm laughing, that means that she was real popular with Zaddy.
Look at him.
Woo! Oh my Lord. Oh,
Miami
my Lord.
Palmetto. Hey. Yes, sir. Continue.
She is so giddy. Look at her face.
Yes. Look at her face.
Oh.
Would y'all like to know where Miami Palmetto High School is?
Yes.
It's in Southwest Miami. Southwest. That's a very trendy area.
Ain't that like Luke and Trick Daddy country?
No.
Okay.
No. This is a very let's look up the demographics of Southwest Miami. Because they damn sure ain't gonna put no school in no hood like this.
Mm,
We know this. Now, if I
correct.
remember correctly, Southwest Miami is I could be confusing it, but I'm pretty sure it's a nice little area.
Ah.
There we go. Caucasian, 78%.
Ooh.
Hispanic, 54. African descent, 13.2.
Oh, come on, man.
Median household income. Are you ready for this, folks? $62,067, higher than the Florida median income of $55,660. That is a very nice area, folks.
Family. If you, for those watching, I have told y'all about this type of thing, and when I was breaking down how this woman does not have any relation, there's no inward camaraderie to us at all. And when but just let the screen reflect on where her comfort is.
Yes, sir.
It, woo-wee. So she's long hated us.
Yes, sir. But let's
Man.
continue because there's something else in here I
Yes.
need you to hear, brother.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to see if you're going to pick it up.
Threshold.
Yeah.
So we just ordered that and gave her all of the whatever it took to build her self-confidence to continue to just thrive and get to be all that she could possibly be.
Yeah, certainly. For in recent times, the idea of someone like Ketanji rising to the highest court would have been a a dream that many thought was impossible. Did you ever imagine that it would be possible and that it could be Ketanji?
But there you have it now. Your
Well, you know, she never veered from the fact that what she wanted to do was to be in a legal arena, and that was from just taking her cue from her father and his studying and her being around and questioning and their talking and conversations. So she was always exposed to that. So I knew that once she got involved in whatever chosen area of
Showing the Jamaicans
life
again.
she wanted, I knew that
These
she
are the
could
approved
rise to the
Jamaicans.
top. I mean, I'm not being
Chosen.
facetious or anything in
Yes.
saying that, but just watching the way that
That
she
is a quintessential
interacted
Jamaican
throughout
smile
her
right
school. I mean,
there.
everything that she did, everything that Ketanji participated in.
Show you
she took it
them
very
like a ass.
seriously. She put everything into it. I mean, it was just to her to be the best
white
in
people.
everything that she did.
Look at white
And so I guess I'm not surprised.
My mom was an educator. Unfortunately, I didn't work out so wonderfully academically. The fact that you are an educator, do you think it had anything to do with the way Ketanji has risen to where she is now?
Well, I think maybe. I think it had to have helped because she was always exposed to books and reading and educational things. That was her background. It just, I mean, within our family, everything was about getting to a higher level of learning and being a lifelong learner was something that we just took it for granted. You never.
I stopped it for a second, folks. I want y'all to peep what's going on here. If you notice, she's really trying hard to hide her accent.
Yes. And
It
she's
slips
really trying
out.
to speak an American too. She's really trying to use American
It's
lingo.
slipping. Every time she talks, every other sentence is slipping out of her. Don't think that was not by design because, she's talking to Jamaicans. And when you talk to other Jamaicans, it just flows out. But don't think she wasn't coached by somebody to say, listen, when you go talk to them, talk like an American so we can sell it better.
Damn. And I totally hear it. And you know also what she's selling? She's also selling, it almost sounds like she's talking about somebody else that ain't her child.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm telling you about my child, I'm not going to sound like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, we're going to finish it up. It's almost done. I got about another 2 minutes.
Oh, yes, sir.
stopped learning, and she was always reading and reading and reading because the house was always filled with books, and all that we talked about had to do with activities connected with school and things that she could learn and grow. So yeah, I hope that my background or just my being in education helped her to just continue to fulfill her desire to learn.
No, I think it did more than that, ma'am. She's an exceptional human being. But from what I've read and what I'm hearing, both yourself and your husband have been instrumental in providing the kind of support and guidance necessary to take her to this vision. How important is that? Jamaican parents are watching. I'm sure parents all over the world are now researching both of you. What would you say to them as parents in terms of what do?
And ladies and gentlemen, there is your confirmation. I'm going to play it again.
Wow.
Of support and guidance necessary to take her to this vision.
Helped her to just continue to fulfill her desire.
Listen closely to what Tiffany Haddish 2.0 says.
Ma'am. She's an exceptional human being. But from what I've read and what I'm hearing, both yourself and your husband have been instrumental in providing the kind of support and guidance necessary to take her to this vision. How important is that? Jamaican parents are watching to take her to this vision.
Whoa.
How important is that? Jamaican parents are watching to take her to this vision. How important is that? Jamaican parents are watching. I'm sure parents all over the world are now researching both of you. What would you say to them as parents in terms of what do we need to do to ensure our children are successful and that they meet their purpose?
Well, the first thing is I just said is you never cease learning and wanting to learn and to grow and to make sure that you're always acquiring new ideas, being exposed to new things. That's what we did. We exposed both of our children to everything. If they had a particular or expressed a particular interest in something, we encouraged them to look into it, and if they really were interested in it, and it was a good thing to move them forward in that particular area, then we supported that. We supported that, and we helped with that. We encouraged them more with that, and that's my advice. That's what I even advised when I was principal of the school. The kids knew that moving forward in a good thing of what they wanted to do and having the support behind them, they could move forward and they could be anything.
Yep. Amazing to meet you, ma'am. Congratulations again. Please tell your daughter that we are so very impressed with where she is now, what she has done thus far. We congratulate you, we congratulate her, and tell her that we love her, and we pray that things will work out for her. We love you too, ma'am. God bless you. Thank you so much for speaking with us this morning. Stay safe.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. Mrs. Ellery Brown, mother of the newly appointed
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The truth is the truth. And I hope y'all understand that this woman was handpicked.
I must apologize on the behalf of the Jamaican people because Jamaicans have this very, very bad habit of comparing children to everybody else and dissing other children in the process. We are very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? We are very deliberate with our backhanded compliments. She held her daughter to this high regard, but I want people to understand she backhanded dissed all those kids that she was lauding over as a principal.
Right. That's a fact.
Like Black Voltron just said, like we FBA parents don't ensure our children are successful.
Exactly.
I'm just going to say this before you go.
No, go ahead.
As you said, this was by design, but I want y'all to think about this design. There was a reason why they picked her. It's not even because, she's an approved coon. We understand that. She was chosen, ladies and gentlemen, because now they have somebody that they can say, this is our approved blackie. And FBA, y'all got to take Clarence Thomas and hold that.
That's kind of how it's shaping up. And again, you see how all of a sudden, as soon as she got confirmed, you had people looking for him to resign because of his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look at like the mother, something that I'm picking up from the mother. And again, I guess that also, well, they haven't had her speaking a lot, so we didn't know. But she talks as a person who comes from a class caste system. And we don't have that here like that. Because clearly she's not from the South, because she doesn't sound like that. She doesn't sound like, oh, when I was a little kid growing up in Alabama. She doesn't have that vibe. So it's like now that you hear her speak, and towards the end of her interview with them, if anybody goes back and listens to that, every time she pronounces those O words, oh man, it starts. Little flashes come out. I thought she was finna start going into patois.
Mm-hmm. She was holding herself very well.
Man,
it did slip. It did slip. It slipped a few times, but she was really trying to hold it.
Yeah, she was.
Because remember, like I said, folks, now think of it like this, folks. If she didn't slip, not once, you would just figure, okay, Jamaica, they're going to interview the mother. Okay, that's a good get for them. That's great.
Right.
But again, Jamaicans are very deliberate. They're not just going to bring on some regular black person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what Jamaican station got Obama? Not one of them. Because he's not black.
Right.
But like I said, folks, you got your confirmation. She is another Jamaican.
Damn.
She is a controlled Jamaican, folks.
Ooh. As much as we have tried and everybody tried to get, man, why are you guys so hateful? Okay, prime example. Foundational Black American and a Jamaican brother right here still holding down B1. Y'all got to be able to recognize the difference when you have the Katanjis. It's not no broad brush, because that's like saying every FBA wouldn't sell us out.
Exactly.
Plenty. There's a lot of loud screamers that would shut their mouth in a heartbeat for a check.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about all I will say on
that. Let's end it off like this, folks. This should just prove to you that if you are B1, you have no friends.
Facts.
They are turning B1 society into an island. They are trying to make B1 nomadic. The master teachers have taught us to not only see what they're doing, but to learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
Understand the playbook. Run the correct play. You guys have been doing that with the reparations tickets, the fake ones. Much respect to you. We have made many a propped up bootlick toxic. We could go down the names real fast. All the way from Kamami, all the way down to Tamika Mallory. Sean King gets no love in this community anymore. Shout out to Bechamel T. Washington. Shout out to him. But as you sit here, April 26th, ladies and gentlemen, just realize we haven't even fought the war yet. These are little skirmishes. The war starts this summer. There will be full court presses against us. We already know this. CNN Plus just failed. Very good. We needed that. That's a small victory, folks. Very small. The next step is we have to take CNN down. Because we already know, and they started doing it today, because when I went out with the family, there was a very, very particular segment they had. This was around, I want to say, 1 o'clock.
Really?
They had a segment talking about how they want to know how Trump's power and his influence is going to be going on with the Pennsylvania GOP primary. Now, remember, that was one of the states that Biden supposedly won. I'm not casting aspersions. I'm just doing that because
no doubt.
But we got our doubts. People are allowed to ask.
Absolutely.
But we know Pennsylvania has a large black population.
Right.
Don't think that's not going to be a battleground come this summer. Because Philly has their own crime problems as well. They're trying to see who they can prop up on the GOP side. We've discussed New York. We've discussed Chicago. We've discussed Washington, D.C. We've discussed Atlanta. Folks, the war starts June 1st. I'm just going to tell y'all now. Make sure, if you're down in Georgia, May 2nd, early voting, Tamara got to get in. No ifs, ands, or buts. She's got to get in. June, South Carolina, y'all better get off your asses and make sure Clyburn don't win. I'm telling you this right now. We get Clyburn out, they are going to panic, and that's what we need. We need them to panic.
Facts.
Because he's controlled opposition. He is dangerous. We need him off the board. He is their bishop. We need him off the board.
Facts.
That is going to go a long way in us dismantling the Black Caucus.
Big facts.
I'm already predicting Armageddon in November. I'm already predicting it. This is not to say that the Republicans are any better. No,
not at all.
But less Democrats we have to worry about, the better. The Black Caucus got to go. Ayanna Pressley got to go. L.A., y'all's Crenshaw District, South Central, y'all got to get Maxine gone.
Excuse me, 1 second. Keep going, brother.
Yeah, Maxine got to go. Val Demings is up. She got to go. Cori Bush definitely got to go. St. Louis, y'all got to step up. We dismantle those 5 people, I swear to God, Congress is going to be in chaos. Because you're going to have black-controlled opposition falling by the wayside, and you're going to have a flood of B1 coming at the neck of Congress. Stacey cannot get in Georgia because Georgia is going to have to be a stronghold for us. Get out there and make sure she don't get in. Don't tell me, oh, I ain't going to vote. None of this bullshit. You're going to vote for your own. You're not going to vote for your own demise. Please don't do that. I know y'all hate them. Vote for one of them motherfuckers. I don't care who it is. Right? Goddamn. Don't do no write-in candidates either. Please don't do that. That's just a wasted vote. And I'm not advocating voting for the white people. I'm not doing that. But I'm saying we have to vote to make sure Stacey don't win. I'm just going to say it here now, folks. New York is dead. There's no saving New York. If you're FBA in New York or you're B1 in New York, you better start making plans to leave. New York is lost. The tri-state area is lost. You're not going to win that. Barbara Lee, too. She got to go.
Yeah.
She's got to go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Y'all got to flex y'all's muscles in California. If y'all want that reparations task force to continue, y'all got to make sure Maxine is out, because I'm telling you right now, Maxine is gonna. They're sending Maxine out to California to stymie that.
You already know.
Let it pass another hurdle. She's gonna run her little decrepit ass on her private plane over there to stop the shit.
No doubt. I totally
the alarm in the firehouse is on, folks. I know a lot of y'all got tinnitus in your ears. Y'all better wake the fuck up, or you might as well give up your rights. This is our last stand. I told y'all this 2 years ago. This is our last. This is our last stand. We fucked this up. We might as well give up our right to vote. We might as well give up our rights. We might as well go back in bondage. That's all I gotta say on that. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and I will definitely encourage everybody to vote locally. So if especially in a situation where you have Marcel in South Carolina, you have the sister Tamara in Georgia. Mm-hmm. Those are people who are really tapping into the grassroots. I know, like, for certain people, it'll take a while for people to say, hey, we could vet this person, because we've been down this road so many times. But I would tell anybody, do your homework and research, especially if you're in these battleground states, to where there is a black candidate talking about reparations. Mm-hmm. Also, stay on point of your local how the local laws are working, because that's another place to where they will try to sneak some goofy shit in. So always make sure that you are paying attention to that. And now, as far as it comes down to everything else, I can't co-sign voting for none of them people.
Exactly.
But as far as what will affect you, your community immediately, our community as a whole, that is really the only main concern. Outside of that, you have no interest as far as I'm concerned.
DC, you guys are up too. Y'all's mayor gonna have to run in November. I don't want to desecrate the dead, but y'all better bring up Marion Barry.
Man. For real.
Because you saw what they did up there. They tried to say it was black people that did that mass shooting, and come to find out it was AAPI. That's the narrative they trying to spin. Now you notice you don't hear that story no more. Because when a white boy.
Right.
Y'all, DMV, Washington, D.C., y'all better get outside. Make sure she don't get back in. Y'all already gave away Washington to the swirlers and the politicians. You want them to push you further into West Virginia? Y'all better get outside and make sure she don't get back in. Chicago, y'all are up too. Life gotta go.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't care what you gotta do. I don't care if it's another Democrat that's on code or a damn Republican. She can't get a second term up there.
Also, the DA.
And the DA too.
Yeah,
Kim
DA.
Fox, she gone.
She
got to be gone. She got to be gone.
Minnesota. Well, Keith Ellison. Y'all need to get
he got to go.
Get that dude up out of there, y'all.
I think Cameron's up too. Let me just check that real fast. I think Cameron up too. Hey, wow. Let me see it.
Louisville. Y'all definitely got to get old Coonmaran up out of there.
Let me see. I can't find it. Did they erase his ass too? Daniel Cameron.
You know, it's hard to find his. I'm not sure what his background is. I think they really scrubbed his little.
Wait a minute. I'm older than this nigga. I'm 10 days older than this man. Wow,
He
that's crazy.
handpicked.
Yeah. So he's up next year.
Okay.
20. He's Attorney General. Yeah, he's up next year.
Okay.
Okay, so he's safe for another year.
Right.
But folks,
Plans.
well, I'm gonna be on his neck too. After November, I'm gonna be on his neck. But I've given you the battleground cities: Atlanta, Chicago, DC. You said Minneapolis,
Minneapolis, Oakland.
Oakland, the Crenshaw district in LA, St. Louis. Corey Bush got to go.
Yeah.
Wherever the fuck Val Demings is, she got to go. Ayanna Presley over there in Boston, she got to go.
Facts.
Ilhan Omar up in Minneapolis, she got to go. But
AOC.
I don't envision her losing because she got too many Somalis backing her up.
Yeah, she's deep.
For her to leave, white people got to turn on her.
Facts.
But so many of them left the city, that might be a lost race.
Oh,
Rashida Tlaib is she ain't black, so I ain't too worried about her. Michigan, that's y'all's L. But I done told y'all, man, y'all, this is not a game anymore, folks.
It definitely should not appear like they playing. They are showing you they not.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, anybody just go back and look at the Rajneeshis. And I say that because this being the Black First Foundational Black America B1 space, new black media, grassroots. This energy and wave is setting the narrative before the world.
Yes.
And it goes right in the face of the dominant power structure that has done everything to make sure and ensure it maintains its power. And then we came along.
Yeah, and they've even admitted it, folks. They did not expect us to galvanize people the way we have.
Facts.
Why do you think they're attacking Tariq now? And by the way, Tariq will be attacked this summer.
Oh yeah.
Not physically, but they are going to start censoring him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now. They can't really control him on YouTube like that because shout out to D Tubman, give her flowers.
Yes, indeed.
She posts a lot of his content.
Yes, indeed.
So his word will get out. But do not be surprised that new black media starts getting censored come this summer. I already envision, I'm already shadow banned. I already know this. But don't be surprised after what I just played y'all with Katanji, they find that out and my page even gets shut down even more. They're not supposed to know. That information was never supposed to come out.
Right.
So I need y'all, B1 Society, to realize the war is here and you need to make sure that we got our ducks in a row.
Big facts.
Can't play with this anymore, folks. We are politically connected forever now.
Absolutely.
And on that note, we are going to close the show down. It has been fun. BeatZilla, you have an open invitation, brother. I am going to try. Since you're on here, and I have a lot of people in the chat, I will make an announcement. I am trying, folks. I want to do a mass new black media panel. And since we're all in different regions, I want to get the flavor of everything.
Right.
And I want to get some ideas on how we can make sure that our best interests are put out there. So I want to bring you back, Sincere and Nice T, get Tori in here, Afro Elite, Black Alpha, have the guests in here.
Yes, indeed.
And also, I'm trying my damnedest. I'm gonna need y'all help. I'm gonna beg like Keith Sweat for a second, folks. I've emailed the brother a couple times. No response. I need to talk to Jason. I need to talk to Jason Black. I have some questions for him. I need to talk to him. I need that 10-year gap wisdom. I need that. So if y'all can help a brother out, I need to talk to him.
No doubt.
Yes, I appreciate that. But yes, folks, we're gonna get up out of here. BeatZilla, thank you so much for coming on. This was fun, engaging.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Yes, sir. So before we go, just let everybody know where they can find you, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
Yes, indeed. You can find me, of course, right here on YouTube at the BeatZilla PDX official show. And then, of course, you can follow me on Instagram at BeatZilla PDX. You can follow me at Twitter, BeatZilla PDX. And I would say also Melanated People, that's Michael BeatZilla Whitmore. So, make sure you go ahead and tune in there, like and subscribe, just like you already should be liking and subscribing this channel right here. And support all the voices of New Black Media, because without y'all, there is no us. And without us, we have no voice. So just make sure you reach out and support all of these brothers and sisters that you see out here, really, really giving good content, and show them, show them some love and support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Put that money on that man's Cash App. He gotta get some voodoo donuts.
You already know, and a little big burger.
And a little big burger. Yeah. And y'all know how I give it up. The Kid Gravity on Twitter. Kid Gravity Beyond and Beyond Borders podcast on Instagram, even though I haven't been on there in a while. And yeah, I'm going on 6zeros.net. I should be up there by tomorrow. I'm going to create it tonight. And yeah, I don't do Snapchat or none of that. Cause I ain't got nothing that ain't me. I ain't no pick hole. And also check out the audio versions of these podcasts that on Black with Kid Gravity, where I spotlight Black businesses from the world of arts, social media, Hollywood, and business. And Beyond Borders with Rose Gold and Kid Gravity, where all this started, where we discuss issues from a Black perspective. Everywhere those two podcasts you can find where you play your ratchet music at. And yes, folks, we're going to get up out of here. So take care. Stay safe. Black women, please to God, don't do this. Save that for the coons and the mammies. Black men, don't be like this.
Brody, look! Niggas be wildin'!
Don't be a nigga that's wildin'. And if you are off code,
My culture.
You tell the coon, that's not my culture. And you walk away from him slow. But we are going to get out of here. Take care. Stay safe. We are going.